Armed with trash bags, gloves, and buckets, dozens of volunteers gave up their Saturday to clear out the clutter.
We got bottles, we got some tires, we got dirty diapers. That's a lot of fun.
John Steelquist lives along Tantalus Drive and says this area is known as a dump spot.
Right along the edge here, there's just trash. All the people come over, they sit and they throw trash over the edge. They've been doing it for years.
Another theory is that visitors see the mess and think it's okay to contribute to it.
There's a lot of commercial activity on this lookout. There's a lot of buses that come in, drop off 20, 30, 40 people at one time. And where's their trash go?
A lot of the debris, not something a tourist would carry, an old Christmas tree.
Merry Christmas.
Even a helium tank. Volunteers hope their efforts today will change the way people treat the lookout.
What we really like to have is people saying, oh, well, I don't want to make a mess here. So if it's clean, people are a little less likely to throw it.
Let's just all be Pono. Let's all think about it. If you're not, if everybody would just pick up a little trash, just a little bit on their own, I think it would be a lot cleaner place.
Ashley Moser, KITV4 News.
Tantalus Drive turning into a garbage dump? According to the people who live there, the amount of trash found along the scenic drive is becoming a bigger problem than in years past. With confusion over which government agency is supposed to help, Bridget Namata went beyond the headlines to see how residents are taking matters into their own hands. Bridget?
Well, according to residents, Kathy, trash has been an issue along Tantalus Drive for decades now, but enough is enough, and today's massive cleanup is the start of something bigger. The panoramic views at the lookout make the steep drive up Tantalus worth it.
It's one of the best things. Look at the view. I mean, it's one of the nicest things about our community.
But there is one thing ruining the beauty: all of the trash found dumped along the side.
We got notified of how bad it had gotten, and coming up here, I was very surprised myself. Over the years, I've come up here, and it was never this bad.
Today, over 80 volunteers spent the morning picking up trash along Tantalus Lookout. 2,354 pounds of trash, to be exact.
It's a little bit more remote location, so it's pretty easy for someone to get away with dumping their stuff.
So here is the pile of trash that volunteers collected. You can see that they've gotten everything from keyboards to luggage to even a bowl ball. But what volunteers found most alarming are hazardous materials like car parts and buckets labeled flammable liquid.
We've got the community down below, just below on the hillside. So it's definitely something that's both a short-term and a long-term disaster.
This is sort of a lost area, and the thing we have is we've got city and county and maybe 5 agencies that are really not sure who's in charge.
All right, we found the old sign.
Residents and volunteers are taking matters into their own hands. Today's massive cleanup is phase 1 of a long-term game plan. Community members will have people adopt the site and perform weekly checks and trash collecting while they figure out a permanent solution to the trash problem.
So it's not like this is a one-time fix. It's a long-term effort. We're really trying to, we're trying to engage ourselves in being good citizens, but on a regular, sustainable basis.
And in the meantime, volunteers are asking visitors and locals to spread a little aloha.
Treat it like it's your own. Treat it like it's your backyard.
The next community cleanup is April 18th.
Something is missing tonight from a popular lookout on Oahu. Today, volunteers hauled away a ton of trash we first told you about last month. Our Ben Gutierrez has the update.
Tantalus has an awesome view of Diamond Head, East Honolulu, and Waikiki, but for many that view was ruined when they looked down and could see nothing but trash. But that view is changing today. Some 80 volunteers tackled the rubbish that has been tossed from the Tantalus Lookout over the years.
There's litter everywhere, a Christmas tree, empty alcohol bottles.
They were spurred after we aired a story in February about the problem.
It's an old issue, but it got just brought completely back to the top and to our attention when Hawaii News Now did your story. And all of a sudden we're looking at our mountain going, yeah, we need to get back down there and help those guys out.
The volunteers didn't just pick up what they could see, and there was a lot of that. They also went down into the bushes and down slope. For some, it was like going on an archaeological dig.
We found keyboards, car parts, tires, all sorts of pieces and parts that were just, dumped. This is literally a dump on the hillside.
As you go down, there's just layers and layers and layers of more trash. So, yeah, we're scratching the surface today.
The Tantalus Community Association was joined by several other groups, including 808 Cleanups, the Outdoor Circle, Climb Aloha, and even Discover Hawaii Tours, which shuttled volunteers to and from the site.
We've got people from Manoa, some from Waikai, from Kailua, coming over and seeing the problem we've got. It's a whole island problem. It's just not just the residents up here.
You have to appreciate the beauty of what's around you, and that's starting from the ground up.
In all, the volunteers picked up 106 bags of trash weighing 2,300 pounds. More than a ton. They're in it for the long haul. Another cleanup is set next month. Atop Tantalus, Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News Now.